back with another video. I just really wanted to quickly show what is really necessary and some of the components of when you're switch adapting a toy. Here are some of the recommended and required items to switch adapt. So first we have is helping hands. These are really great because they have these little clamps that you can have holding wires. It'll hold a wire for you while you are soldering. You can hold wires in the toy. You just stretch out the wires from the toy and clamp it down, so that way you can solder these two things together. It's very mobile, so you can line up everything as you need it, move it around and manipulate it as needed to best support you in switch adapting these toys. So next thing, while I have it in my hands, is this aux cord. It is the female replacement. You can get them in packs of 10, which means you can switch adapt 10 different buttons with the pack. You can switch adapt as many buttons as you want on a toy. I would recommend only adapting 2 to 3 per toy. This does and can get very time consuming. So I wouldn't adapt any more than you would have to. And you can always go back and adapt more. So here is the wires you will solder to the toy. And then I have a button here. This is just a jelly bean button, and it just plugs right into that. So that is what you will plug your switch into. Now on these wires, before you even start soldering, I recommend this stuff right here, rosin paste flux. This is going to help the solder seep into the wires. As you can see, there are many different wires in, let's see if I can pull them apart a little bit. You just don't want to come apart. There's many different wires that sit in there. And most of the time you're going to twist 2 wires together to get a good connection. You'll want to put this flux in so the solder can seep all the way through the wire to get a good stable connection between the two. So then you go on to soldering. This right here is lead-based solder. It's not super eco-friendly, but it is easy to use when you are first starting out. It seeps in faster. You're able to make mistakes with this, and it is forgiving. Definitely recommend lead-based, at least through your first or second purchase of this stuff, just to get proficient at least using solder in general. Then you have your soldering iron. Now your soldering iron is usually in Celsius. To solder, you definitely want to keep it between 300 and 350. I usually have it at 325-ish. That's going to be your sweet area. You want to go down or up depending on your need, but definitely stay between 300 and 350 Celsius. This is not required, but it is definitely recommended, especially if you're in a house with kids or in a very enclosed area. This is a fume extractor. So when you solder lead, there is a fume that comes off of it. You don't want to breathe that in. It can exacerbate like any kind of respiratory issues like asthma, which I have. So having this is godsend. It'll just, there is a like film, a filter right here in the front. It does come with a replaceable one when you buy this, but this filter helps filter. It sucks in that the fumes, and then filters it out through the back. Definitely recommend, so you're not breathing in all those heavy metal fumes. Definitely is can cause some health problems or exacerbate health problems that you already have. But these are the basic things that are going to get you through your first few adapting projects. Of course, you're going to expand on what you have. I have a tool bag that I keep with all my stuff in it, but I have a drill for when I need to make a port in a toy like this one. I have a sewing kit for any kind of like teddy bears or plush toys that I switch adapt. Definitely recommend all of this stuff if you are wanting to switch adapt any toys. These are super cheap. You can get these for just a couple bucks. But look at I have a complete list with prices on switchology.weebly.com. All of the items you saw here today are linked on that website in our DIY Switch Adapt Toys tab in the Getting Started post. That'll have links, it'll have prices, and it will have like a general total of how much you're going to pay for all of this comparative to buying toys that already switch adapt. You're talking for one toy $75 already switch adapt when you can do it yourself. So definitely take a look at switchology.weebly.com. The link is in our bio and in the description of this video. Thanks.